start with Scala, Hadoop, all the components inbuilt I'm providing you, right? Where you can work with all Hadoop and Spark components and you can practice in that.
Okay, we can use the same, we can run the same examples in Databricks communication also, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. So that also I'll be demonstrating, right, how to work on that also, right? Yes.
Okay.
Fine. Any other queries, right? Anyone? Okay. Fine. Okay. Just
Sir, class will start exactly at 4:30, or do we need to attend at 4:45?
no. As it's a demonstration, right? We are waiting for the new students to get joined. So just 4:30 with 5 minutes. Just 4:30 for 5 minutes is going to start immediately.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Fine. So okay, so next week, just to go through that, right? You'll be, so don't forget there is a note given by this online team. If you're done with the payment process, you are supposed to send the screenshot to that email ID provided in that, so that they will be forwarding to the same mail ID, right? The link, the new link for it. Fine. Okay. So I'm stopping for now. So meet you in the next Saturday. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, guys, good morning. So my name is Samir, and I'll be a faculty for this ADB. And when it comes to my experience, I'll just walk you through. I have around 10 plus years of experience in IT, and on the clouds since the past 3 years, I'm working onto this cloud technologies. Okay, that's it. Working in some corporate. Okay. So guys, let us start with this now. So what is, before we go ahead, let us see. And guys, I want everyone to just have an interaction. So I want the session to be an interactive. Rather than me talking on a side, I want everyone to interact with me. Okay, guys? So let us start with this. So let us say here, Azure Data Engineering. What is Azure Data Engineering? Yes, guys, everyone, I'm audible? Please.
Yes, audible, Samir, audible.
Okay, so now this is what is Azure Data Engineering. So basically, Azure Data Engineering is packed into the is a packed in the form of services. In the form of what is that? Services. Azure data engineering is packed in the form of what? Services. The following are the various services provided for various operations in the that is nothing but in the Azure data engineering. So the following are the services. Let us see what is a first one. What is it? You have it. We have the first one here as a Azure. Is Azure Databricks. Azure Databricks. And then we have the next one after this. We have the Azure Data Factory. And apart from this, we have the next service that is called as Azure Synapse. Azure Synapse. And next one after this, many services are there, but I'm listing few of them. Okay, so we have the Azure Artificial Intelligence, AI, or else we can also refer it as a ML, that is called as machine learning. Okay, so these all are the services packed into this Azure data engineering. That means all end-to-end solutions for the data. That is nothing but data engineering means end-to-end solution for the data. So now guys, what is this Azure data that is Azure Databricks is used, and what is the purpose of it? So guys, this service called Azure Databricks is provided by the Microsoft to perform the job of ETL. So guys, what is this ETL? Where ETL stands for what? Extraction, transformation, transformation. Okay guys, extraction, transformation, and loading. So the Azure Databricks is provided for Azure Databricks is a service provided by the Microsoft within the Azure data engineering for the purpose of extraction, transformation, and loading. Guys, this extraction, transformation, and loading, what it is? Let us try to understand this first. So guys, this extraction, transformation, and loading is nothing but it is a process where guys, it is a process where data is summarized, where the data is summarized, where the data is summarized, where the data is, what is that? Summarized. And this summarized data is used for decision making. This summarized data is used for what? Decision making. So whereas what is this process of extraction, transformation, and loading? So this process of guys, extraction, transformation, and loading, this process of extraction, transformation, and loading basically consists of, requires the following. What is that? Source, that means what? Source, and the next one it requires as a target. Source and the target. Now guys, what is a source and what is a target? So basically, between the source and the target, this process of ETL is applied always. Okay, irrespective of whatever the thing service we use it. Generally, I'm talking about the ETL. That is nothing but ETL is the process where the data, guys, ETL is the process. ETL is a process where the data is summarized. Okay, so what is the source? What is this target? Let us try to understand this, guys. Source is a place where we get the raw data. Source is a place where we get what is that, guys? Raw data. And whereas this raw data is extracted as per the requirement in the process of extraction. This raw data is extracted as per the requirement in the process of extraction. And once the extraction means what? Picking up the data, picking up the data. Whereas after this process of extraction is done, the process of transformation is implemented. Transformation is the actual process where the data is converted into the required format by the customer. And once the transformation is done, guys, on the data or applied on the data is finally prepared and it is loaded. And it is what? Loaded. And where it is loaded? It is loaded into the target, that is called as a destination. Hearing my part. Now, guys, this is a bit technical. I want to simplify it and explain it to you. Okay, what exactly? Now, guys, all of you are you able to hear my voice? Everyone, please come out.
Yeah.
So now, guys, suppose you go to a supermarket to buy a vegetables. You go to a supermarket to buy a vegetables. Tell me now, what are the different? That is, how many vegetables will be there in a supermarket? Let us say Reliance Fresh. You have been to the Reliance Fresh to buy the fresh vegetables. Now tell me, how many vegetables you have it? You will be having many, almost all vegetables you will have it. Am I right? So now, guys, tell me a answer now. Do you purchase all the vegetables or you will purchase only those vegetables which is required for you? Yes, my question is that you have been to a supermarket.
vegetables.
Yes, guys, you have been to supermarket and that is more supermarket, or you have been to a that is Reliance Fresh, where you can find many vegetables. Are you going to purchase all the vegetables or some of the vegetables?
Only required vegetables will purchase.
Required. That means before leaving, you will decide what curry has to be cooked. What curry has to be cooked. Based on that curry, you're going to buy the vegetables. Am I right? Some 2-3 vegetables. So now what you're doing is, suppose you have been to a supermarket and picked up some 5 vegetables out of some 100 vegetables are there. Different varieties of 100 vegetables are there. Out of those 100 vegetables, you are purchasing only 5 vegetables. Why those 5? Because that is required for the cooking process. You want to cook only those 5. Am I right? You have picked up. You have picked up. What you will do once you pick up, you'll put it into your basket, bill it off, everything is done. Now you will come home. Now tell me, what is the form of vegetables now?
It's raw form.
Yes, exactly. Very good. So the vegetables in the raw form. So now, guys, what you will do? You have to eat those vegetables. You have to eat those vegetables. As we are human, so we require to eat those vegetables, but we need to cook it. Am I right? Cook it. So what you will do? You will cut the vegetables, chop the vegetables, everything. You will do it, and then you will put it on a, that is nothing but they will put it on a stove, and ultimately from the raw farm, all the 5 vegetables you will pour it in one that is nothing but bowl, and you will cook it. You will cook it. That means you're converting this raw form of vegetables into cooked format. Am I right or not? Are you changing the form of vegetables or not for eating purpose? Yes, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, you have converted. Ultimately, the vegetables are cooked. The vegetables are cooked. Now the curry is ready. So that means what you're doing, you have bought the raw vegetables. You have first of all picked up the vegetables. You have been to the supermarket and picked up the vegetables. And once you have picked up the vegetables, what you are doing, you bought them home and cut it off and chopped it. And once the chopping, everything is done, you are changing the form of those vegetables from the raw form to what is that? cooked form as per our requirement. Ultimately, once the vegetables is cooked and ready, then what you will do? Finally, you will eat. That is nothing but called as what? Loading. Same way, guys, picking up the vegetables. Picking up the vegetables from multiple 100 vegetables are there, but you are picking up only 5 vegetables. And those vegetables, picking up the process of vegetables from the supermarket is called as what? Extraction. It is called as the process of what? Extraction. Whereas the extraction is done, then what you are doing? Transform. That means you're getting them home and chopping them, cutting them, and putting them into the bowl to cook, and ultimately cooking those vegetables. That means you are converting the raw vegetables to what is that? Cooked format in the form of a curry. Am I right or not? Ultimately, once that is called as a process of what? Cooking is the process of transforming. Cooking is the process of what? Transforming. Ultimately, once the transformation is done, finally your destination is what? Your destination is the curry. So curry, you will eat it. That's it. That is nothing but finally the process of loading is nothing but cooking. That's nothing but eating the same. So hence, this is actually you have the process in what? Extraction, transformation, and loading. That's it, guys. Nothing else. There is no technicality. There is no something is, where you need to worry about how the things will move on. All these things, you need not worry about this. Simply extraction, transformation, and loading is the process. Extraction, transformation, and loading is the process of converting the picking up the required data, and transforming the data as per the requirement, and ultimately transformed data, you will load it into the target. Okay. So guys, is it clear for everyone what is ETL actually? Yes, guys, I want an answer, ma, please. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. So before we see some examples on how actually this process is taken place, let us try to understand few more things here, then we'll come back to this. Let us try to understand first of all what is a cloud, what is a clouds, and what is an on-premises. Then we'll come back to this. Okay, so first of all, let us try to understand what is cloud. So now guys, because what is it you have it? Azure data engineering is a cloud-based engineering, cloud-based data engineering. Am I right? So now guys, I wanted to explain you, or let us try to understand first of all, guys, what is a clouds and what is an on-premises. Let us try to understand first of all what is a cloud basically. Okay, so guys, when it comes to this cloud, okay, just forget about this cloud. I'll just give you an example for this. Now guys, all of you are using the mobile phones. Am I right? All of you are using the mobile phones or not, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I want a reply from every one of you. Please, guys, try to respond. Yes, are you using the mobile phone or not?
Yes, we are.
So now every one of you, us, is using the mobile phone. Now, guys, when it comes to this mobile phone, you in the mobile phone, we have some memory. Will it be there memory or not?
Yes.
Every mobile has some memory or not?
Yeah.
So now, what are the types of memories you will have in your mobile phone? Can you tell me? Yes, guys.
Mobile SD memory.
Yes, mobile internal memory and scan disk memory. That means you will have the memories in a mobile phone. You will have the memory in the mobile phone, such as what is that? SD card memory. So I'm writing it here. In mobile, you will have the memory. So that memory is called as mobile inbuilt memory. Am I right? With every default you purchase a mobile phone, you will get mobile memory as a free. Am I right? Mobile memory as free. Apart from the mobile memory, guys, you will also have you will also have a memory that is called as SD card memory. What do you mean SD card memory, guys? SD card memory is nothing but scan disk card memory. That means Suppose every mobile you are getting it with a 16 GB internal storage memory. That means this 16 GB, guys, this 16 GB is a default memory. That means in your mobile phone, you can store up to 16 GB memory. Whereas if you require to store more memory rather than thus, you want to store one more, that is nothing but 32 GB of memory you wanted to store it. For that, what we do, we buy an external SD card and we will just put it in your mobile phone. Okay, put it in your mobile phone, and from that point onwards, you can use this memory of 32. So now tell me, totally what is the amount of memory you have it in your mobile phone now? 32 plus 16. Guys, tell me now. 32 plus 16 means what? Guys,
48
32.
GB.
Huh?
48 GB.
Very good. So 48 GB memory. Totally, you can store up to 48 GB memory now in your mobile phone along with SD card. Now, the question is that now the further I have some more videos and photos, etc., which is amounting to around 100 GB. 100 GB. Let us assume amounting to around 500 GB. Now tell me, how do you store this 500 GB memory? You already utilize the 32 GB, you already utilize the 16 GB memory. You have to store more 500 GB memory is required now. So now tell me, guys, what is the way you adopt it? Just think generally, because we do it in the daily basis, this kind of job. Tell me now.
OneDrive or Google Drive.
Very good, very good. So that means you will now take the support of a Google Drive. Am I right? Google Drive. But the problem is that Google is also providing you by default 15 GB as a memory. Am I right? Huh? 15 GB of the memory by default Google is providing to you. But now you have to store 15 GB or 500 GB, guys? 500 GB. So now what you have to do, tell me now. Tell me, guys. Yeah, please. Guys, please tell me, ma. Did you get my question? What I mean to tell you? If you get the question, just simply say yes, or else I'll repeat the question once again. My question is that, I'll repeat the question once again. My question is that now, my mobile memory already has 16 GB memory, and SD card, I have installed it. I've put some SD card and it has the 32 GB memory. Totally both the memories amounting to 48 GB, but I have some more 500 GB memory to be stored. So for that, I took the support of Google Drive, and Google Drive is providing only 15 GB memory. What is the alternative for me now?
External hard disk. External hard disk.
External hard disk, that is fine. Okay, but I want the data. Okay, no problem. One more way is that you can ask the Google. That is fine. That is very good. Okay, but here the thing is that you can ask the Google to increase the size. That means from 15 GB, I want 500 GB. So Google is providing, Google will provide you 500 GB of memory free of cost, or they will charge something for it? They will charge. That means after 15 GB, even if you store 0.1 MB also, okay, then it is going to charge you. So you can buy the space on the Google Drive by paying some cost. Now, guys, totally I bought it. I bought this one also. Everything is done now. Totally the amount of memory. What is that amount of memory I have? 548 GB memory totally I have it now. Totally how much memory I have it? 548 GB. That means 48 GB in my mobile phone and 500 on my Google Drive. Now one fine day, I lost my mobile phone. One fine day, I lost my mobile phone, guys. That is my query. Now my query is that when I lose my mobile phone, so I could not able to trace it off. Now the question is that I bought a new mobile phone. I have to buy a new mobile phone. Hence, I bought the new mobile phone. Now, once you bought a new mobile phone, guys, please tell me, can you recollect this 48 GB? Can you recollect this 500 GB memory or not?
500 GB is possible. 48 GB is not possible.
Yes, exactly. Very good. So we can say that 500 GB, you can recollect it by just using the synchronize option. You can just log in with your mail ID, enter the password, and in the same way, you can recollect it. But what about the 48 GB? The 48 GB memory is lost with the mobile phone because this memory is called as physical memory. Am I right? This memory is called as what? Physical memory. Physical memory. So hence I cannot recollect it. Whereas the memory or the data which is stored on the Google Drive can be recollected. So we can say that the Google Drive, we can call it as a cloud. Am I right, guys? Everyone? Google memory is called as what? Cloud memory. Google memory is called as what is that, guys? Cloud memory, cloud data memory. It is called as what? Cloud data memory. Cloud data memory. Whereas the physical memory of your mobile phone, we can refer it as what? On-premises memory. Am I right, guys? I can refer it as what? On-premises. So now tell me, what is the drawback, guys? Now tell me, what is the drawback you have? What is the drawback you have between on-premises memory and cloud memory? On-premises memory, once you lose your mobile phone, you cannot recollect it. But the same can be recollected using the cloud. Am I right or not? So now this is the drawback. You have it in the on-premises data. So now, guys, just for 548 GB, which is required for us, now what we have done, we took the support of the cloud rather than taking the support of the mobile phone. So in the same way, what you have done, tell me now, what you have done? That means you have moved physically, guys. You have moved physically from the cloud, from the physical mobile phone memory to what is that? Cloud memory. That is called as Google Drive memory. Am I right or not? So nowadays, every one of us storing the data in mobile phone inbuilt memory, or we are storing it data into the Google Drive, guys? Tell me now. Huh?
Google Drive.
Most of us, every time, we will store the data in the Google Drive. Am I right, everyone? So why do you store the data in the Google Drive? Tell me now.
Can recover.
Yes, can recover it. Suppose tomorrow you have traveled to other country, suppose United States of America. I did not take your mobile phone now. Now what happened is, as you did not take your mobile phone and you're there finally into this some United States of America. So can you get this Google Drive memory resaved to your mobile phone in even after reaching the USA? Tell me now, guys.
Yeah.
Of course, that means the access is possible even irrespective of the location. So we can say that we can access this data which is stored in the Google Drive from anywhere in the world. Am I right? From anywhere in the world without worrying about the physical location where my data is stored. The same way, guys, tell me now, actually Google Drive is stored where? The Google Drive stores the data into the cloud environment. Into what is that? Cloud environment. So cloud environment is what? Ultimately, cloud environment is nothing but ultimately it stores the data physically into the data centers. Every cloud provider has the data centers. And now in these data centers, the entire physical data will be stored. In this data centers, the physical data will be stored. Am I right, guys, everyone? Okay. Somebody just put it yourself in mute mode. I think there is no issues from my end. Yeah, guys. Okay, now fine now. So now I think the voice is background voice is not there. It's fine now. Okay, guys. There is no disturbance now, I think, from the background. Please say yes.
Yeah, it's fine now.
So now, guys, now in the same way, guys, here you have a cloud and on-premises. Cloud means what? Cloud is nothing but storing the data onto the Google Drive is a cloud environment. And now guys, on-premise is nothing but storing the data into your mobile phone physical memory. Mobile phone memory is called as what? On-premises. Is called as what, guys? What is it called as? On-premises. Am I right, guys? So now guys, as we are an individual, still we wanted to save the data, still we wanted to move it from the physical memory to what? Google Drive memory. In the same way, lot of the corporates, many corporates, now what they are doing is they're planning, or they are moving from the physical data to what is that? Cloud data. So for that, many cloud providers has come out. Many cloud providers has come out to provide the support for it. So for that, the following are the cloud providers we have it. What is that? The first one is called as what? Azure. Azure is a cloud provider from Microsoft. So Microsoft, what it is doing is it is marketing their product, the cloud product. It is marketing its cloud product with a name called what? Azure. Okay. And then we have, what is that? The next one provider as what? Amazon, or we can say AWS. AWS is from what? Yes, Amazon Web Service. Amazon Web Service. And the third one, what is that? You have it? Google, GCP. So we have the GCP, which stands for what? Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform. Okay, guys, Google Cloud Platform. Then afterwards, then we have, what is that? Alibaba. This is the China-based, okay, that is cloud provider. And now then we have, what is that? We have the SAP Cloud. SAP Cloud. Likewise, then you have even the SAP Cloud is there, Oracle Cloud is there, etc., etc., etc. These are all the cloud providers, but whereas the market leader is the two or three, first three are the market leaders. And number one is the Azure. Number one is the Azure in providing the cloud services. So now guys, these cloud services are basically classified or divided into three categories. These cloud services are basically classified or divided into three categories. What is that? First one is called as what? IaaS. IaaS means what, guys? IaaS stands for what? Infrastructure. Infrastructure as a service. And then you have, what's that? PaaS. PaaS stands for what, guys? PaaS stands for what? Platform as a service. Then guys, third one is SaaS. SaaS stands for what, guys? Software as a service. Software as a service. Guys, these are the three different services provided by the cloud providers. That means IaaS as a service, PaaS as a service, and SaaS as a service. These are the three categories of services provided by the cloud providers. Getting my point? So now entire cloud service is classified or built according to these categories: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Infrastructure as a service means what, guys? Suppose just now we have discussed that you require 500 GB of data to be stored. That means you require what? Space on the cloud. Space on the cloud to store the 500 GB data. Am I right? So whereas this all storages, suppose you require, what is it? All the storages. How much storage you require it? 500 GB or 1000 petabyte. Okay, petabyte. So all these, okay, all these, can you see here? All this is the responsibility of the that is nothing but the cloud provider, and it provides this service in the form of what? Infrastructure as a service. Now guys, you require a RAM, random access memory. You require a RAM speed of let us say 56 GB. So now guys, you need not buy an external RAM, anything. Simply you need to inform your cloud provider that this is the RAM speed you require it. So he will set it for you. So you not worry about the physical components or the physical parts now. Getting my point? Next, after this, platform as a service. Suppose, guys, suppose. What is platform, guys? What is platform? Platform is generally a type of an operating system. Now, guys, we are using Android as an operating system, and can you see here? That is nothing but Apple is using some operating system. Okay, so hence these are the various operating system. Okay, these are the various operating system used by the various that is nothing but various mobiles, we can say. In the same way, if at all you have a computer, so generally in the computer, what is the operating system we use it, guys? Can you tell me what is the operating system we use it in a PC, guys? Tell me now. Generally we use the Windows as operating system. But now my question is that I have a very massive amount of data, and this massive amount of data is not supported on the Windows operating system most of the time. Let us assume banking data is very huge, massive amount of data. So now it is not supported on the Windows operating system. Hence we require some other operating system that is called as what? Mainframes is an operating system. Mainframes is an operating system from what? IBM. So you need not buy the license of this. You need not worry about the operating system. Simply you need to inform your cloud provider Azure that you require the mainframes operating system. He will take care. And now, guys, suppose you require some softwares. Softwares in the sense you require some reporting softwares, or you require some analytical software, such as you require some softwares, or you require any kind of reporting. That is nothing but, suppose you require Power BI, or suppose you require some Cognos. You need not buy the license of this, need not worry about this. Simply you need to inform your cloud provider that you require it. He is going to buy that for you. He is going to buy that for you. Everything is taken care by that is nothing but by the cloud provider in the service called what? Software as a service. So these are the three categories of services we have it. So whereas the cloud providers has divided their service based on these three, and based on these three categories only they will bill you. They are going to bill you. It is as simple as, guys, as simple as simply you log into this. You have the OTT platforms is there, Amazon Prime, Netflix, etc. What you will do, you will enter your mobile number and a password. That's it. You will enter it into the application, and once you enter into the application, if you want to watch a new movie, then you have to subscribe that particular premium subscription or not. Tell me now, guys. You need to buy a subscription or not, premium subscription, to watch a latest movie. Yes, tell me. Do we require to buy it or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, required.
So in the same way here also, whichever the service is required, in the same way, simply we need to buy it from the Azure. Buy means what? Here we are just that means utilizing it, paying it. That's it. Utilizing and paying the cost. It is just like renting off. Okay, without having an ownership, without claiming an ownership, you can do your task just by paying them. Okay, just by paying them the cost of the same. So where these are the three categories of service provided by the cloud. Now, guys, the cloud is clear for me, and on-premises is also clear for me. Everything is clear. But my question is that source, target, and this thing is done already. This is also extraction, transformation, loading done. But my question is that what is exactly the use of the ADB, that is called as Azure Databricks? What it does, we have to understand this. So now, guys, let us come back here. When it comes to the Azure Databricks is a service of Microsoft, which is provided to perform the job of extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. To perform the job of extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. The Azure Databricks is a service of a Microsoft provided to perform perform the job of extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. Okay, guys. Now, when it comes to this Azure Databricks, exactly, let us try to understand this ETL with some example. Guys, here I have a data. So let us say here, I have some data here. So I'm using, guys, I'm using it this as a source. And now I have the source. And now, guys, in the bottom, I'll write the target. My query is that I have a data of a supermarket. And supermarket data is given like this: product ID, product rate, product quantity sold, and date of sales. Now, guys, some this you can see here. Now my query is that, guys, my query is that and here is the customer. The customer is here. The customer is here. The customer wanted to know, guys, this is a customer. That customer means what? The owner of the supermarket is a customer for us. The customer wanted to know what is the change in sales, or what is the sales difference on 21st of this month and 22nd of this month, whether the sales has increased between these two dates or not. He wanted to know first of all. So guys, first of all, to know this query or to report him the same to the customer, what is that you require it? You require the source, and the source consisting of the following information. What is that? Product ID, product rate, product quantity sold, date of sales. Let us give the product IDs something like this. Product rate, let us give it as 100 rupees, and the quantity sold is 10, and then you have a date of sales. Date of sale is 21, guys, 21/11/2022. And then you have the product something like this, okay, product ID, and the rate is 200, and the quantity sold is 05, and now the date of sales is 21/11/2022. And then I have something like this. So I have 500 02, and now, guys, I have 21/11/2022. Now, guys, this is the thing we have it. First day, that means what? 21st data is already recorded. Do we have 22nd data? No, we will write the 22nd data. So as you wanted to write the 22nd data, simply what I will do is I'll copy this information and I'll paste it here. Okay, that's it, guys. Let us see it here how to make it. So simply copy this information and I'm pasting it the same information. But now what I will do is, instead of this, I will make it as 200. Rate is 200, and here I'll make it as rate as 300, and here I'll make the rate as 1000. That's it. Okay. Just now, guys, product quantity sold as it is, but I'm changing the date here. What's the date? 22, 22, and now, guys, 22, 22. Now, guys, here you have it. Now tell me now, as you have this 2 days data, tell me now, the 2 days data is here or not, guys? Now to tell me, is there any difference in the sales? Is there any difference in the sales from 21st to 22nd? Can you tell me, guys?
Yes, different is there, sir. Different is there.
Difference is there. How can you say? How can you say? Just by looking into the data. Am I right or not? Just by looking into the data, yeah, just by looking into the data, you can say there is a difference. Why you are able to say? Because you have only, how many records are there, guys? Totally 6 records. Very simple, small data. You can look it here and decide it. Am I right or not, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
If you have massive amount of data, can you look onto the data and decide it or not? Suppose each table having some 1 lakh records, can you decide it by looking into the records?
No, not possible.
Not possible. So for that, here we use the technique. What is that? ETL. Let us see how the ETL is applied here. Extraction. ETL stands for what? Extraction. Extraction. Let us see how the extraction is done here. The first process of extraction is that where you have to pick up, do we require the product ID to find out the net sales amount of the day? Do you require the product ID, guys?
Not required.
Not required. Do you require the product rate?
Yes, required.
Required.
Quantity sold?
Required.
Date of sales?
Required.
So now, guys, I'm picking up these three columns. Picking up these three columns is the process of what is that? It is the process of extraction. It is the process of what? Extraction. Now the columns are picked up. Now, guys, next comes transformation. Picking up is done. Transformation. Now in the transformation, how can you find out the net? You want to find out the net sales amount each day. So to find out the net sales amount, do we need to perform some arithmetic operations on the data or not? That means some mathematical calculations is required or not?
Yes.
Hello, can anyone hear the voice?
Yes, yes.
Sir, screen is not visible.
Actually, he's left. He's left. Maybe he's facing network issue.
Okay, okay.
Shamil is not there.
Sorry, guys, got disconnected due to some network issue. Sorry. Okay. Hello, I'm audible now? Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm audible now. Yeah, so got disconnected due to some this thing, network issue. Okay, so now, guys, okay, we were just a minute. So just a minute. I'm just looking out for this. I don't have this host rights. Just a minute. Let me call the people to provide me the host right, because once
I guess you can provide a host rights to Shamil. Might be or is the host.
I'm audible, guys? Please tell me, I'm audible?
Yes, yes.
Now guys, see here. So we have, what is that? We were discussing about the calculations. 100 into 10 is what is 1000. 200 into 5 is what? 1000. 500 into 2 what? Again, tell me now, guys. 1000. Now tell me, guys. You have one totally. Calculate the sum here. What is the sum? Can you tell me the sum, guys? The sum of these three is what? Yes, guys, the sum of these three is what? It is 3000. So I can say that. Can I say that here? Can you see? 3000 is the net sales amount. Am I right, guys? Am I right, everyone? So this you are doing it under the process of transformation. Now, it is done for the 21st day. What about the 22nd day? Guys, can you tell me? Please, please come out, all of you. Help me out in this. Yes, guys. Tell me now, for the 22nd day, 200 into 10 means what? 200 into 10 means what, guys? Tell me now. 2000. 300 into 5 means what, guys? Tell me now.
1500.
Yes? Huh?
1500.
Very good. 1000 into 2 means what?
2000.
Very good. So now calculate the sum now.
5500.
Very good. So now, guys, 5500. Now, guys, this is the net sales amount. Now, guys, this process is called as a transformation process. It's done now. Finally, you will be loading. Where you will be loading the data, guys? Tell me now. Finally, you will be loading the data into the target. So how will I load the data? I will load the data like this. See here. I'm loading the data. So net sales amount underscore sales underscore amount. Net sales amount is what, guys? Tell me now. Net sales amount is what? 3000. And now for which date it is? So I'm declaring one more column here. Oh yes, that is date of sales. Date of sales is, I'm using it as 21/11/2022. And then we have, what is that, guys? Tell me now. 5500, and it is on 22nd/11/2022. Now, guys, this particular thing, that is nothing but called as output. Now, can you see here? This entire thing, what you have done, guys? Can you see this entire thing? What we have done? We have transformed this much data. Can you see here? This much data of two tables I have transformed into one table and in the summarized manner. So this data, you can report it to the customer, stating that this is the difference of sales between 21st and 22nd day of November 2022. Am I right, guys? Everyone? This process is called as the process of what? Extraction, transformation, and loading. And this is done by using the Azure Databricks here. By using, what is that? Azure Databricks. It is done by the process called what? Using the service called what? Azure Databricks, where extraction, transformation, and loading of data is done by the Azure Databricks. Clear, all of you now? Now, as a part of this course, guys, we are going to see this Azure Databricks. Okay, Azure Databricks, and the total duration of this course will be 60 hours. Okay, 60 hours, but it will be, we are quoting it as 60, but it will go beyond the 60 hours because we have many live scenarios we are going to look into. Okay, and that's the thing we have it. And we are going to start the classes from tomorrow, the same 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, guys, 10:15 in the morning. That's the timings we have it. 10:15 to around 11:30. Every day you will have 1 hour 15 minutes class, 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes class. And next, after this, guys, when it comes to this, the classes after this, even the resume planning and everything will be given to you as a support. Okay, and contents brochure, you can check it. Okay, Azure Data Factory and Azure Databricks both are used for the same process, but Azure Databricks, here you can use the, it is called as CUI, that is called as character user interface, where you need to use different languages: Python, Scala, R, and SQL. These are the 4 languages used in the bricks, Azure Databricks. Whereas in the Azure Data Factory, it is totally a menu driven. It is totally a menu driven. Both performs the same job. Both performs the same job, but this is a menu driven, and this is a that is nothing but the code based. You have it. Okay, so that's it about this thing. And every day we'll have the class 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes, and Saturday, Monday to Saturday, Friday you will have the classes. So generally Saturdays and Sundays I don't take the classes. If it is required to cover up the portion, then we will continue on Saturdays, guys. That's the only thing we have. Okay, so now you can ask me any questions if you have. Please go ahead.
Sir, like I just wanted to know, there is coding part is there in the curriculum, so we need to learn coding as well.
Yes, of course. Coding means whichever it is required, we will discuss it in the class itself. As such, separately, you need not learn the coding somewhere going outside. Okay. So what is that? I will explain you. That will be easy only, not so tough enough for people, what the people think. Okay. So we will be seeing here the coding in 4 different languages. See, there is SQL, Python, R, and Scala. I'll write the coding. Yeah.
Sir, like what is PySpark that I'm hearing a lot about?
See, PySpark is basically Python and Spark together. It is called a Spark, PySpark. PySpark.
Okay. Okay. Do we need to learn that also for ADB?
Yes, of course. I will teach you that PySpark also. I'll teach.
Okay. 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 Thanks, sir.
That's thank you. Any other questions, guys?
Sir, this is a duration, sir.
Duration will be 60 hours.
Okay. Okay.
60 hours.
Azure Data Factory.
Huh?
Is it required to learn both Azure Data Factory and Azure Databricks
It
for
basically
industries?
see guys, there is no connection between Azure Data Factory and Databricks. If you learn it, that is up to you. If you don't learn it, then also no problem. You can get the job individually on Azure Databricks as well as on the Data Factory. These are 2 different services you have it. Okay.
Sir, if there any deployment process are you explaining, sir? Deployment processing.
Yes, of course. Deployment process we will see now anyways. Without the this is all a technical subject.
Yes, sir. So ADF also there, right? ADF and ADB. Okay, deployment process is required. Finally, classes over, right?
Yes. Yes.
Sir, is
We
there
will
any
see that
combined
difference.
batch for both Databricks and Data Factory? Is there any combined batch? I mean,
see, you will have Data Factory batch is morning 7 a.m. started today itself along with you, and Databricks is this time. Combined batches means these are 2 different services, so I teach them differently.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Combinedly we'll see a type of a project anyways. A case study, you can say, not exactly the project, case study I can see. See, basically, when it comes to the data, someone is typing. So what is that? Monitor, optimize data storage, data processing. All this is covered, guys. And whatever the training we are going to look into, it is basically okay. More than enough to write a certification also. Certification for ADB whenever you want to write it. Okay, this is enough. So as a part of even the that is nothing but everyday videos will be provided to you. That's it. Any other questions if you have?
Any batch for the evening? any batch for the evening?
Right now, no, there is no batch in the evening. So morning batches only we have it. It's there, one batch is there, but it's already started 12 to 14 days back. It has started already. Yeah, 12 classes is already done with that.
Samit sir, ADB and ADF both are providing Azure, right? Microsoft. What is the main difference between ADB and ADF?
Basically, the ADF, what they're using is, if there is a project in where you are going to use the ADF and ADB both, the ADF is used for data ingestion process. Up to only data ingestion process only, the ADF they're using it. Further, after the data ingestion of the data, ingestion, that means insertion of the data. Okay, once the data is inserted, the data, picking up the data from there and preparing or moving the data into Delta Lake, and then performing the visualization. For all this process, we are using the ADB only.
Okay, got it.
Yes, any other questions, guys? Okay,
Sir,
that's it, guys.
Any specific software we have to download for this?
No software is required. No software is required. No licenses is required. Simple, very subscription. I'll tell you. I'll show you. You have to subscribe that. That's it. No software, no piracy, nothing is there. No piracy,
yeah,
no
but it is asking some card, yeah, credit card number asking.
Yeah, credit card, obviously. That is for free subscription. It will take you. It will charge some 2 rupees from a credit card, and the free subscription will be valid for 30 days. Okay, and after that you have to go for pay as you go model. That pay as you go model will not cost you if you based on your usage only. It is just like pay as you go, means it will not charge you more than 700 to 800 for an individual. So okay, because we are working on, because we are here, we are working on an type of an organization. Then even I'm taking multiple batches. Even then, I'm not getting the bill more than 2,000 rupees per month, 2,000 to 2,500. But there is a technique for saving this. That is nothing but how to save the cost and all. I will that is anyways tell you those techniques. So if you follow that, that's not a problem for you to make out. That's the thing.
Yeah, can you providing that license code in for practice purpose? Yeah, can you provide license account? Sorry, can you providing account so but for a practice purpose?
Account, you can take it. It's not me to provide you. You can take it directly. I'll show you the way how to create account, everything. I'll show you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, guys, any other questions? Okay, guys, thank you. Then we'll meet tomorrow morning at the same time. Yeah, please go ahead. Any questions?
Okay, sir. Bye.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. 10:15. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, guys, good morning. So my name is Samir, and I'll be a faculty for this ADB. And when it comes to my experience, I'll just walk you through. I have around 10 plus years of experience in IT, and on the clouds since the past 3 years. I'm working onto this cloud technologies. Okay, that's it. Working in some corporate. Okay, so guys, let us start with this now. So what is, before we go ahead, let us see. And guys, I want everyone to just have an interaction. So I want the session to be an interactive rather than me talking on a side. I want everyone to interact with me. Okay, guys. So let us start with this. So let us say here, Azure Data Engineering. What is Azure Data Engineering? Yes, guys. Everyone, I'm audible. Please.
It's audible, Samir. Audible.
Okay, so now this is what is Azure Data Engineering. So basically, Azure Data Engineering is packed packed in the form of services. In the form of what is that? Services. Azure Data Engineering is packed in the form of what? Services. The following are the various services provided for various operations in the that is nothing but in the Azure Data Engineering. So the following are the services. Let us see what is a first one. What is it? You have it. We have the first one here as a Azure. Is Azure Databricks. Azure Databricks. And then we have